Divine Twins. This is Debs, and of course we're here for your twin flame journey for the month of July 2026. Thank you so much for being here, twins. It is lovely to be with you all. I hope you're well. And of course we're going to be delving into the deck to look at the energies between the masculine and the feminine. So here we go, guys. The deck that I'm using is a divination deck. If this reading resonates and you'd like your own twin flame reading, you can book that with me. The website's down below. As you know, I list all the decks, and every Sunday I put out 4 readings for all my members. Okay, so here we go. Calling on the divine, the higher angels, and ascended masters from the pure white light, please guide me in this twin flame journey for the collective for July 2026. I'm hearing someone out there say, I am scared, I am petrified. Okay. There may be a situation where one twin is ascending. They could be coping with tower moments. I'm hearing domino effect. They may have understood they're on the twin flame path. Okay. We will see, twins. We will see. So, as always, the top line of cards represents the energies of the masculine. The cards below, the energies of the divine feminine. Let's see where this takes us, twins. I'm going to be moving the cards around so they are nice and straight in a moment. Let's just get them on the table. Yeah. I don't know why. I'm hearing the words sink or swim. Sink or swim. Okay. I'm also hearing taking a leap of consciousness. Taking a leap of consciousness. All right. So twins, there we go. Now the card in the center will show the outcome of this particular twin flame journey for the month of July. All right, and underneath the deck, we have the 7 of Swords. We have the 7 of Swords. I'm actually hearing I'm no longer the man I used to be, and I'm so sorry because there's a male reference there. I'm hearing I'm no longer the man I used to be. Somebody could very well be shedding layers of shadow and embracing, I'm hearing their true soul's purpose. Okay, twins, this may be a very intense reading. So here we go. Let's first of all delve into the energy of the masculine. Let's have a look and see what's on his mind and how he's feeling at this point of time. The divine masculine is thinking about the energy of the 10 of Pentacles. He could be thinking about a long-term relationship. He could be thinking about the fact that up until this point of time, he's been concentrating on his stability. He's been concentrating on making money. He's been drawn further and further into the material world, is what I'm hearing. Okay. Moving now, twins, to the first card for the divine feminine. Let's have a look and see what's on her mind and how she is feeling again at this point of time. The 9 of Wands. I'm hearing I'm still waiting. I'm still waiting, but I'm fed up of feeling left out in the cold. I'm feeling drained. I'm feeling tired. I don't know how long I can keep holding on. So interesting. The masculine is sitting in a 10. The feminine is sitting in a 9. All right. Let's have a look at the second card for the divine masculine. Let's have a look and see how he views his true divine feminine, what he believes is on her mind, how he believes she's feeling. This will be his perspective. All right, the Page of Swords. So the way the divine masculine sees the feminine is she may be a little blunt, a little sharp, or if there's no communication, he may feel that the feminine is simply keeping an eye on him, Maybe keeping an eye on what is going on in his life in the 3D, okay? Or this could very well be the divine masculine understanding that the feminine is beginning to feel irritated, is beginning to feel upset. She's fighting that, though, because the divine feminine is all about unconditional love. She's trying to understand, why is it taking so long for the masculine to see the light, to see the truth? I don't understand. Is it that he knows at soul level that we need to come into union to fulfill our soul mission? Or is he just stubbornly hanging on to the 3D energy, the materialism of the world we live in? She's confused and she's feeling tired. She's feeling drained. And the divine masculine knows that. The way the masculine sees the feminine feeling is the Page of Swords. She's only putting in a small amount of effort now because she may be beginning to lose faith, and he feels that. He feels that. So twins, let's move now to the second card for the divine feminine. Let's have a look and see what she believes is on her masculine's mind, how she believes he's feeling. And this will be her point of view. The Six of Swords. Interesting. So the way she sees the divine masculine feeling is he's either decided to turn his back on the potential of this connection because maybe it would take too much for him to come into union with her in this lifetime, or with the energy of the Six of Swords, she may believe that the masculine has learned quite a lot of lessons in this lifetime already, and he may be preparing to move towards her, to soften the energy between the two of them and to discuss, I'm hearing, their future life. Okay, so the feminine believes the masculine is thinking about the Six of Swords, moving to calmer waters. Okay, twins. We now move to the third card for the divine masculine. This, of course, is going to relay how he sees the actual connection with his feminine, the relationship that's been built up between the two of them since the first day that they met. So let's have a look at the masculine's energy. Let's have a look and see how he views the connection, the relationship with his true divine feminine for the month of July. Twins, the High Priestess. The divine masculine may be relaying to the feminine, I know we haven't spoken in person for the longest time, but I feel your energy. I feel you communicate with me in the 5D. I know you're still waiting, is what I'm hearing. I know you're still waiting. Pisces energy, Cancerian energy with the High Priestess. That is how the masculine sees the connection with the feminine. So there is a very deep spiritual energy between these two. The masculine may well be aware in the 5D that these two are connected, but there's been no communication in the 3D. But he is relaying to the feminine that he can feel her energy. So twins, wow. Let's have a look now at the third card for the feminine. This, of course, is going to portray how she views the connection, the relationship with her true divine masculine. And this will be, as always, her perspective. The Ace of Cups. Yes, unconditional love. So the way the divine feminine sees the connection with the masculine is there's a lot of love between them. Unconditional love. But what is interesting is the divine feminine is also sat in self-love. She is not going to disrespect herself by lowering her standards. She's not going to continue to wait interminably for the masculine to move towards her to come into union. She has too much self-respect, and that is evident. It is also maybe what she is trying to portray to the masculine. I'm here waiting, but I'm not going to wait forever. If it's not going to happen in this lifetime, I will simply move forward in my life and hope for union in another lifetime. So twins, let's have a look now at the fourth cards. These, of course, are going to portray what each twin wants to relay to the other twin. Messages, as always, of support and love for the journey. These could be pieces of information sent between the souls during astral travel in dream state. But these could also be questions the one twin wants to ask the other twin, but they might have felt uncomfortable, or it might simply have been that it was very challenging to communicate. So let's have a look at the energy of the masculine. Let's have a look and see what the masculine would want to relay to his feminine. Let's see, twins. Oh, wow. Heartbreak. Heartbreak. I'm hearing this is a heartbreaking situation. I'm also hearing the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. I'm looking at those three swords. I feel the masculine is fully aware that he is on the twin flame journey, but there is a lot of stress relating to coming into union with his feminine, because for some reason what he is concentrating on is the 10 of Pentacles. And he knows that his divine feminine is sat in a rather disappointed energy. I'm only putting a small amount of effort into this in the 5D. I'm trying to keep communicating with you in the 5D, but I'm losing faith and hope in this. And he knows that because he understands at soul level these two are supposed to come into union. So, twins. Let's have a look now at the fourth card for the divine feminine. Let's have a look and see what messages she wants to send to her true divine masculine. And this could be in response to what her masculine is relaying to her. Let's see, twins. Yeah, okay. A little bit of angst from the divine feminine. I'm hearing, I'm fed up with waiting. She is in a rather testy energy. It may well be that if these two arrange to meet face to face, she may find it very difficult to hold her tongue. She might find it very difficult to sit in a relaxed, compassionate energy because there's a sense of frustration here. She's sat in the 9 of Wands. When are we going to come into union in this lifetime? I have been waiting. I have been coasting. Do you not understand that we have a very important soul mission to undertake here? And of course, I've got to remind you guys that the overall energy is the 7 of Swords. So the divine feminine is relaying to the masculine, oh, okay, so you're telling me you're heartbroken, but you could change your situation, you just don't want to, because what you're thinking about is the 10 of Pentacles. So guys, let's have a look now at the 5th cards. These, of course, are going to portray the challenges and obstacles that each twin is facing, that they need to overcome in order to move into union in the 3D in this lifetime. So let's have a look, first of all, at the energy of the masculine. Let's have a look and see what the masculine feels are his main challenges that he would need to overcome in order to be with his true divine feminine. Yes, okay. The Queen of Pentacles. The masculine's main challenge may well be that a karmic partner is hanging on to him. Now that could be with the 10 of Pentacles that the divine masculine is married. It may well be that he's nervous that if he tried to get out of that connection, he would lose a lot of his stability. The masculine is sitting in fear. Now, contrary to that, it may well be that with the energy of the Queen of Pentacles, there may be a feeling of insecurity, particularly if his true divine feminine is sat in pre-empress energy, very stable, very grounded. She may run a successful career. There could be a sense of insecurity coming through from the masculine if he was honest with himself. Could be the case. Okay, twins? All right, so twins, let's have a look now at the 5th card for the divine feminine. And of course, this is going to portray her challenges, her obstacles, blocks that she needs to remove from the twin flame path in order to come together with her true divine masculine. Let's have a look. Okay, we have the energy of the divine feminine. Fascinating. So divine twins, The feminine's challenge is she knows she's on the twin flame path. She knows who her true divine masculine is, but her challenge could well be that she knows her masculine could be married to a karmic, because that energy can also represent a woman who's married. So with the energy of the Empress, that is the true divine feminine's challenge. Okay, she doesn't want to let go of the potential of this, the hope of coming into union, but it may well be she knows her true divine masculine is sitting in a very secure situation with a karmic. Okay, all right, twins. Let's move now to the penultimate two cards. These, of course, are going to represent what each twin is hoping for, pertaining to the connection with the other twin by the end of July 2026. So first of all, let's delve into the energy of the masculine. Let's have a look and see what the masculine is hoping for, pertaining to his true divine feminine by that time. Oh, gosh. Okay, the King of Wands. The divine masculine is hoping to take some kind of action in order to communicate with his true divine feminine, or the divine masculine is simply feeling the passion within him, and that may be enough to instigate him reaching out to the feminine to talk about the future, potentially. Aries, Leo, Sagittarian energy. So twins, let's have a look now at the final card for the divine feminine. Let's have a look and see what the feminine is hoping for pertaining to her true divine masculine. Let's have a look, twins. The Queen of Wands. Goodness me, the King and Queen of Wands. I feel the divine feminine is also wanting to take some form of action, even if it is to find out how her true divine masculine is really feeling. We have a true soulmate connection here. So on top of the fact that these two are true divine twins, there's a lot of chemistry, and both these two might have a get up and go approach. Both these two may be very creative, very passionate in terms of the lives that they're living. I feel the divine feminine may open the door to the divine masculine because she's simply sat feeling very frustrated that nothing is happening in the connection. But this will be a queen who will stand up for herself if she feels the divine masculine is simply acting out of a place of passion. So guys, if there is an inkling here that the divine masculine is not going to act with integrity, she will have no qualms in standing up for herself. All right, so twins, are you ready for the big reveal? Let's have a look at the final card of the reading. Let's have a look and see the outcome of this particular twin flame journey for July 2026. Let's have a look, twins. Okay, now we could read the Ten of Swords in two ways. Right next to the Ten of Swords is the Seven of Swords. There may need to be a very straight conversation about the past. The divine masculine may have shrunk back from taking action relating to the feminine because he may not have told the feminine in the past that he was sat in a long-term commitment with another woman. So the masculine may have been sat in a little bit of shadow in the past. He didn't want to relate to the feminine that he was sat in a Ten of Pentacles situation with a karmic. But this could be very positive, twins. It may well be that very simply we are looking at the ending of a Seven of Swords energy that's been hovering over these two since the first day that they met. It may well be that the masculine is finally going to take action in communicating with his true divine feminine to discuss the connection and potentially the future. So twins, very interesting. From here, of course, we're going to be delving into twin flame messages. Here we go, twins. Archangel Michael, maybe first of all have messages from the divine feminine to her divine masculine. Thank you. Okay. The divine feminine says to her masculine, I'm sorry for the way I treated you. I was acting from old patterns. So the divine feminine may be apologizing to the masculine for harsh words, for maybe sitting in a very upset, frustrated energy that she knows hasn't made the masculine feel comfortable in approaching her to have a serious conversation. She may feel regretful relating to some of the things that she may have said in the past. Second message from the divine feminine to her masculine. The feminine says to her masculine, I'm clearing up karma. Now, I don't know whether or not there was a situation where the divine feminine may have gone overboard, may have done things or said things she wasn't proud of, which might have caused a buildup of karma that she has been trying to clear. Fascinating, twins. So the divine feminine is humbling herself to apologize and to admit that because of mistakes she might have made in the past, she's having to work on herself, or she has worked on herself to clear karma. Okay. The feminine says to her masculine, I do love you. I just don't know how to show you right now. This could be a little bit of pride from the feminine. She's not talking at this present time. She's fully aware that the masculine is sat in the Ten of Pentacles, and so she may have been consciously holding back until there was an indication that her masculine was ready to leave a karmic. Okay, so the feminine is admitting to the masculine she does love him, but she is going to continue to hold back. No communication until there is a sign that the masculine is going to act with integrity. Okay? May we have messages now from the divine masculine to his feminine. Thank you, Michael. The masculine says to his feminine, I will return to claim you. Goodness me. So maybe that's the indication the feminine has been waiting for, hoping for. There could be communication for sure between these two in the month of July. Second message from the divine masculine to his feminine. Thank you, Michael. Yeah, the masculine relays to the feminine, I can't offer you any more right now, because the masculine is deep in thought about the Ten of Pentacles, namely potentially a Ten of Pentacles situation he is in with a Queen of Pentacles. Final message from the divine masculine to his feminine. Okay, insecurity coming through from the masculine. If you saw the real me, would you still love me? So the divine masculine may be sitting in a little bit of an insecure energy. This could relate to things he might have done in the past. This could relate to simply not feeling worthy enough of his true divine feminine, or he might have experienced childhood wounding in the past, which he hasn't had the courage to heal maybe up until this point of time. Okay, twins? All right. Underneath the deck, I'm trying to be someone you can trust. So the good news, twins, is I think we have an ending of any Seven of Swords shadow energy between these two. And I feel there may be communication between the masculine and the feminine by the end of July. So, twins. An interesting reading. I hope you've enjoyed it. Do let me know. Do drop me a comment down below. And of course, if you'd like your own twin flame reading, I'd love to book that for you. My website's down below. So I'm going to leave it there. Take care of you. And of course, I'm sending love and light your way and many blessings. Bye, twins.